Vlada, what is your favorite part about playing tennis?
Have fun.
Do you watch tennis?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Iga Swiatek.
Why is she your favorite player?
Because she do like angles. Like she beats Sabalenka and she hits fast balls and spin balls.
Do you model your game after anyone? Meaning, do you play like some current player, or you have your own style?
I have my own style.
Okay, and what would you say your own style is if you could describe it? That's probably a tough question, but what's your style?
My style is doing drop shots, serves, and volleys.
Awesome. Rick, what do you think? I asked you about the off the court antics, right? Yeah. In terms of on the court, do you think she's right when she says she has her own style?
Absolutely. And you know, when you ask her who do you want to play like or whatever, she wants people to play like her someday. You know, that's the real answer. She has her own style. You know, even from early on, whoever initially worked with her in Ukraine to take the ball right off the bounce on the backhand, it just goes hand in hand with Rick Macci in the way I've trained Venus, Serena, Capriati, Kenin, you know, all these players. They cut the court, they take the ball early, and that was already in her DNA, on the backhand especially. So she's an aggressive player. There's no fear, because at the end of the day, you got to have weapons. And even at 8 years old, her weapon not only is her mind, but her style of play.
Yes. This might be the toughest question you're going to be asked all day, and it's okay if there's no answer. At what age, or I should say, what's the goal for her turning pro? I know she's only 8 years old. That's probably a tough question, and you don't have to have an answer, but if you do, can you just tell me it?
Well, you know, turning pro is easy, okay? Turning pro and being successful or making a living at it,
yes,
that's a whole different question.
Yes.
Listen, there's no rush. She's fortunate because she's so talented at 8. She can play with 12-year-olds, 14 years old. She's going to get a lot of development, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's eventually going to play the Battle of Boca here every weekend with all these college players. So to answer that question, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. I'm in this for the long haul, exactly, for her whole career. And, you know, turning pro, whether it's this age, it's irrelevant. You know what I mean? Because you can only play so many tournaments because of the age eligibility rule. You know, they let you gradually play, and then you can go full-time at 18. So to sit here and say this, or this, it doesn't matter. My goal is to make her the best I can make her, and whether she's dabbling in pro tournaments at 14, 16, 18, the good thing is it's junior development, not junior final destination. And when she does play pro tournaments, okay, everybody's going to know that this little kid's going to be one to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. So for anyone that doesn't know who Vlada is, what would you tell them about her?
I've never seen a young child, and I've done this a long time, you know, over 300 national titles, and I've just done this with so many kids. I've never seen a work ethic with a young child that loves to play and loves other people. Yep. You know, it's a very unique, disciplined child, and that doesn't mean you're going to be number one in the world, but that's just one layer that I know. The team around her, her mom and dad and myself, it's just a great experience. So for anybody out there, she will motivate others when they see her Instagram and see her work ethic. But it's not the work ethic, it's the quality of the work ethic, how her body synchronized, everything's in harmony. It's like, you know, a little machine, but she does it because of the discipline, and she does it because she wants to do it, you know. And when you want to do it, like I said, not only are you going to get better, but your mind will get stronger.
Exactly. Last question, Vlada. For anyone that doesn't know who you are, what would you tell them?
That's a hard question.
I can answer that. She's an 8-year-old little girl with a great family and a great opportunity who wants to go after her dream. And here at the Rick Macci Tennis Academy and myself, we're going to make that come true.
Any final words, Vlada?
Yeah. I love Rick.
Great way to finish.
I love Rick too, so we got something in common.
Vlada is only 8 years old. If you look at just the way she plays, how old would you think she is?
First off, that's a great question. Obviously, she's 4'2", 60 pounds, so she's still small. But no, it's more the mental part, the discipline, the work ethic, the drive. Those are the wild cards inside her that, in my opinion, is beyond her years. And she loves to play. So that's really the cornerstone of her game. Now when you get into her game, she plays the ball, she likes to attack, she's an aggressive player. But listen, she's still diminutive, she's still like a little one, but she can hang in there with some of the best 12-year-olds in the state of Florida, and she's already won a 14 and under, but that's not what this is all about. It's really about the future and building a game and making her dream come true, and that's number one in the world, and I think she has that capability.
Yep. Vlada, anything to say about Rick and his tennis academy? How do you like it?
I like my coaches. I like my friends and play matches, volleyballing, drills.
Awesome. Question for you. Your goal, I assume, is to go pro, right?
Yeah.
What's your ultimate goal, right? Once you go pro, what do you want to do when you play tennis?
Be number one.
It's simple, but you're obviously so young. What do you need to keep on doing? Is it practicing on the court, making more friendships? Your work ethic, I'm sure, is there.
Practicing on the court, volleys or overheads, serves, some angles.
Rick, question for you. Talk about Vlada's background and how you got her to train at Rick Macci Tennis Academy.
Okay, well, before I answer that, let me just back up the little panther on that. This is a long-term process.
Yes.
It's like building a house. It's brick by brick, step by step. You don't take the escalator, you take the stairs. Every little detail, okay? 'Cause we're going to spend a lot of time together. And I haven't taken on a project like this since Venus and Serena. That's how much I believe in this little girl. So it's a long-term process. It's all about pro tennis, having fun. And what I love about her parents, she's a kid first and a tennis player second. And that's very important for anybody that hears this. Her story's amazing. I left Ukraine 2.5 years ago. They went to New York, trained there a little bit. And when they came and reached out to me, within 3 minutes of seeing her on the court and what was inside her, because this is what I do for a living. Obviously, I saw it in Venus and Serena, Capriati, Kenin, Sharapova. I've seen this at a young age. I knew right then and there she had world-class capabilities, not just genetically, but the discipline, and it's my job to put it together and build a game for the future, because let's look at it this way. The game's going to be much different 8 years from now, quicker, faster, whatever. So I got to be ahead of the curve, and what I love about this, I'm not just making a difference like in her tennis game, I'm making a difference in her life, and that's the best feeling in the world, and they're just a great family, and she's a great little girl.
Yeah. Obviously, she hits the ball insanely hard for her size and age. But let's put skill aside and talk about her work ethic and attitude and antics off the court. Is there anything that sticks out about her when it comes to that?
Yeah, well, her mom's the physical trainer and has done an incredible job to get her aware of her body, her movements, how she does things. Her work ethic is off the charts. But what I like about it, it comes from her. It's not from the parents. The parents guide and support. It comes from her, and that's like gold. When it comes from you, not only does your body get stronger, but your mind gets stronger. But it's a package, or I wouldn't have gotten involved in this. It's not just like, oh, she's really good for 8. I've seen that movie before, or she's going to be 5'10". I've seen that before. Or she's number 1 in the nation. I've seen that before. It's all these intangibles that I see inside. Why I'm just more than excited to be involved, not only to coach her, but represent her.